Welcome back, beautiful souls. Today, I'm going to be bringing you up to speed on my bookcase turned Luxe display cabinet. However, guys, the cabinet is not finished, so I'm just going to be taking you through some of those other things that I would like to do to the cabinet. So, guys, meet me at the bookcase and we'll get started. Okay, guys, so this is what the display cabinet is looking like thus far, and I'm gonna go in just a minute and recap all of the things that I've done thus far. As you can see, I still have a ways to go, but it's getting there, and due to my arm, it's really taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. The first thing I'm going to do is show you some of the products that I used, and then we'll go from there. I use Behr paint and primer in one. The color is Satin Black. I used Mod Podge, some gold paint, an X-Acto knife, and guys, instead of using wallpaper, I used wrapping paper, double-sided wrapping paper. And guys, I'll make sure to leave a link in the description below of all the products that I used. Okay, before I get to the details of what I did to the cabinet, I have to give you a backstory on how I came up with this idea altogether. So I purchased this bookcase from Facebook Marketplace, and it was actually 3 pieces in one, guy. It was 3 different pieces, and it cost $30. So what I did when I got it here, a friend of mine actually hooked it together at the top to keep it from moving and basically turned it into one piece per se. So once I lived with it, I probably had it for maybe 3 years now. And I came up with the idea of turning it into a display case because I really don't have enough space to store my purses and my extra little items. Is basically just to give me more room in my closet. So the first thing I did, guys, was I painted the bookcases, and I used 2 coats of Behr paint and primer in one. And guys, the goal was not to spend a lot of money on this cabinet, since I only spent $30, paid $30 for it. And since the cabinet is not top quality, I did not want to put a lot of extra money into this cabinet. So I decided that I would just give it an inexpensive makeover to just up the ante on it and give it a sort of Luxe look for a lot less. So the first thing I did was, guys, I chose this wrapping paper. I chose the wrapping paper, and the reason I didn't do wallpaper, guys, because the wrapping paper was actually wide enough for me not to have to make several different cuts. And also, guys, it was double-sided. So for me, that was a win-win. And once I started hanging the wallpaper, it was the wrapping paper. I was having problems with my arm. So what I did was, since the pattern was all over, guys, I just started ripping the pieces and hanging it onto the cabinet. And how I did that was I applied the Mod Podge to the back of the cabinet. I rolled it on with a roller, and then I added the wallpaper. And guys, this was so easy. All I did was I smoothed it out with my hand. So, and even with doing that, guys, it still took a long time due to my arm. Once I did that, I knew that I wanted a focal point, and the focal point is this gold, which is the reverse side of the wrapping paper, and I applied it, and I just balled the paper up and left it crinkly to kind of give it a old effect. And then I stippled gold on in places. And that's how I came up with that. And then to keep the cabinet from looking so flat, guys, I added touches of gold on the roping, on the rope, and here. And I did that on both sides of the cabinet. And I think it added some depth, dimension, and it also broke up some of the satin black color that I chose. I still have quite a few things, guys, that I need to do. I need to paint the shelves. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to paint the shelves the same color as the cabinet. Now, the sheen on the cabinet is satin, but I'm going to paint the shelves in a high gloss. And I'm hoping, guys, that it will give it the feel of glass. So we're going to see how that's going to work. So the shelves will be a high gloss, but the same color. Then in the center, if it's not too expensive, I am going to price plexiglass or either a glass shelf, just to see, because I would love for this to be different. Since this is the focal point, I would love for this area to be different. If the glass or plexiglass is more than I want to spend, I will do the same thing to the shelves in my little focal area right there. Then, guys, at the bottom, at the very bottom, I would like to, I got to step down, guys. I would like to extend the wallpaper from the back, the wrapping paper from the back of the cabinet all the way to the front of the cabinet. Let me look at my notes, guys, to see. Paint the shells. Oh, also, guys, I am going to be adding puck lights in the very tops of the cabinets, because this wall where the cabinet is, doesn't have any electricity on it. So it's easier for me just to purchase puck lights. I don't have to run an extension cord from God knows where to make this work. So I'm going to use puck lights. And then, guys, the last thing I'll be doing is styling the cabinet. I had ChatGPT to do me a few renderings of what the cabinet would look like all dolled up. And so I think I'm going to do a mix of all three, guys. So you just have to come back and see how this makeover turned out. I'm going to share with you at the very end of the transformation how much it cost me to take this bookcase from boring to boutique. Beautiful souls, before I end the video, I just want to say a great big thank you to all of you who have been patient with me as my arm is healing. I will drop a link in the description below so you can see that short that I created. Plus, I will also add the 2 shorts that I did pertaining to the cabinet makeover. And I also want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. And guys, I don't ask this enough on my channel. I don't ask people to like and to subscribe and to share. But today, I'm asking that if you like videos, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment, and I will get back to you. So guys, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Go out, guys, and have an amazing, amazing week, and we'll chat soon.